There is a story about this in the New York Post today. Not Stanley Kurtz, but Paul Sperry, writing in the New York Post, has picked up on this. Obama's last act is to force suburbs to be less white and less wealthy. Hillary's rumored running mate, Housing Secretary Julian Castro, is cooking up a scheme to reallocate funding for Section 8 housing to punish suburbs for being too white and too wealthy. Now, this may be Julian Castro, but this all started with Obama. The scheme involves supersizing vouchers to help the urban poor afford higher rents in pricey areas such as Westchester County in New York, while assigning them government real estate agents called mobility counselors to secure housing in the ex-urbs. Julian Castro plans to launch the Section 8 reboot this fall, even though a similar program tested a few years ago in Dallas has been blamed for shifting violent crime to affluent neighborhoods. Exactly what happens. It's by design. It's payback for people that move to the suburbs from the city. It basically is transferring that which they left to where they now live. It is all part of a grand scheme to forcibly desegregate inner cities and integrate the outer suburbs. Julian Castro, last month threatened to sue suburban landlords for discrimination if they refuse Section 8 tenants with criminal records. This is no different, except it's actually a deeper scale. It's no different than, you better believe it, it's already happening. Dallas was a proving ground. It was judged to have worked by virtue of the you have to bring them into your neighborhood. You have to make you have to build housing that's so-called affordable for them to live in, right next to people in whatever neighborhoods, however you want to describe them, affluent or whatever. Yeah, it's by design and not on purpose. And they tried it in Dallas, and the crime rate skyrocketed with the introduction of people with no jobs. And it was judged to be a success. So now they're doing it in Westchester County, which has long been a test market. It's not new. It's just being written about here for the first time in the New York Post. Castro last month threatened to sue suburban landlords for discrimination if they refuse Section 8 tenants with criminal records. We told you about this last week. You have to rent to somebody. We're going to get rid of, in fact, the term criminal, and we're going to get rid of the term felon. This will facilitate them being hired by mandate or given affordable so-called places to live by mandate. And this is going to survive long after Obama's out of office, unless somebody does something about it. It's happening under the radar. Look, on a deeper scale, it's no different than you run a bakery and somebody walks in, I'm getting married, I'm gay, I want you to bake a cake. Sorry, not our values. Okay, fine. We're going to sue you and put you out of business. You're a photographer, same thing. We're having a gay wedding. Want you to take pictures? Sorry. Religious beliefs say I can't do that. Well, you're going to pay. We're going to sue you out of existence. Same thing here. If you will not permit Section 8 tenants, felons, and so forth with criminal records to move into your neighborhood, we're going to sue you. What? This is, I hope he fails. This is the chip on his shoulder. Everything I've said here, America as the problem, America as flawed, morality flawed since the founding, payback time. Folks, here, when statists are in control, there's something that it's a universal truth, undeniable truth. Statists, socialists, communists, what have you, when they are in control, one of the first orders of business is always to punish those who have done well without government.